Welcome back. You're here with us on NDTV Profit, and this is the 2:30 factor. Markets have extended the losses as we speak. Nifty is down 31 points at 8,533 right now. Sensex is down about 134 odd points at 27,783. Let's see how the European markets are doing. If this weakness is because of the weakness in the European markets or not, because remember they had opened flat, and there you have probably one of the reason why our markets are looking slightly weak in trade. CAC 40 down close to 0.5%. FTSE 100 also lower by 0.38%. So one of the reason which is really impacting Dalal Street right now and leading to this kind of selling pressure out here on the market for the moment. Let's see how the broader market picture looks like. So that's still outperforming the frontline indices. You've got Nifty Next 50 up close to 0.5% or so. BSE mid cap up about 0.22%, and BSE small cap is also looking pretty decent right now with gains of about 0.20%. So this is clearly outperforming the frontline indices. Within the Nifty 50 pack, let's see what's gaining and what's losing. Remember, now earnings have started coming out thick and fast, and that is going to be the key driver ahead. ACC is the top gainer today in trade. It's up about 78 odd rupees per share. Ultratech up about 100 odd rupees per share right now, a gain of about 2.81%. IndusInd Bank, another name which is looking strong with gains of about close to 2% as we speak. And these are those names which are still holding on to the gains that they opened the day with. You've got Ambuja Cement, Grasim, Adani Port, all of them seeing gains in excess of about 1.5%. It looks as if entire cement space is seeing a lot of activity in trade today. Then you've got Power Grid, which is under pressure. The biggest loser in trade, it's down over 3%. Bank of Baroda, BHEL under pressure as well. Let's now see how L&T Infotech is doing. That was the new kid on the block today. The new listing that took place. In fact, there were expectations that it is going to be a strong one. It listed with a discount of about 6%. Even right now, it is struggling to recover. In fact, it is still down about 19 odd rupees per share. 690 is where this one is trading, and it is probably because of the weakness that we have seen in several IT services companies. The earnings that we've got from there, probably that's the reason why there is not much of an buying interest, of course, that this name could get today, and that's why it is pretty weak in trade. But the expectations were high from this name because the recent listings that we've seen so far in 2016 have received a stellar welcome, which didn't really happen with L&T Infotech for sure. Ruchit Jain is now joining us, equity technical analyst at Angel Broking. Ruchit, thank you very much for joining us today. Good to have you on the show. Firstly, levels for Nifty. Market was looking pretty solid, with 85.50 above that level, but now it has broken below that. Key levels that you're watching out for?
Yeah, hi, good afternoon. Well, overall, if we observe the last 5-6 trading sessions, then more or less the index has traded in a narrow range. We have not seen any momentum on the either side in last 5 trading sessions. Now, in today's session, we are seeing some sort of profit booking in the large cap stocks, due to which I think the markets are coming down. 85.80 was the major resistance for the index, which since last 6 trading sessions, it has not been able to cross. Having said that, although we are coming down from the major resistance zone, but still there are no signs of trend reversal on the charts. So this correction which is going on, I think this is just a part of an uptrend. Within an uptrend, this is just a corrective move. 84.40 to 84.50 to 84.80 is the range wherein I think again support would come in the markets, and again from there some buying should be done. So I think some more correction is still left. Maybe in today or tomorrow's trading session, market would correct up to 84.50 to 84.80 range, wherein that range is expected to act as a support for the market now.
Right. Now, within the Nifty 50 pack, of course, we've seen many earnings coming out. Many are, still due. We are waiting for ITC to come out with its numbers. Let's start with the kind of levels that we've seen from ACC and Ambuja post that deal that finally came through. What is it that you are considering, and how much of a steam is still left in these names after the run that we've seen today?
Overall, the cement pack itself since last 3 to 4 months have been in a linear uptrend, and definitely it's an impulsive up move. So I think this positive momentum should continue in near term. Talking about ACC, although the stock has now neared its resistance of 1730, which was the high made in March 2015. So I think some sort of profit booking could be there from 1730 levels in ACC, but the stock would remain in an uptrend. Any corrective move up to 1640, 1650 again would be an opportunity to get into the stock. We are expecting this 1730 resistance sooner or later to get crossed, and this stock could move higher up to 1830, 1840 levels also. So wait for some corrective dips in the stock. Buy on correction would be the call for both, in fact, ACC as well as Ambuja Cement.
Right. And as we speak, Nifty is now inching close to that lowest point of the day again. But if we do manage to see Nifty closing above 8500, will these levels still hold, the ones that you have given us in terms of correction?
Yes, these levels would hold, not 8500, but I think even if we manage to correct around 8500 itself today, then I think maybe in tomorrow's morning session we would see some more corrective move, which could be continuation of this last half an hour or 1 hour correction. So 8450, 8480 would be the more crucial row in the range, rather than looking at psychological level of 8500. When anyone wants to trade in Nifty, wait for some corrective dip around 8450. There would be a good risk reward ratio to enter into the market again.
Right. How do you view Axis Bank right now with the kind of cut that we are seeing ahead of its earnings? It has already corrected about 3.5% last week. Even 3.5% sort of a cut is being seen today. Do you think it makes sense to probably consider buying it, or wait for the results only to come out?
I think one should wait for 3 to 4 more trading sessions. Maybe wait for the results to come out. Although the stock is in an uptrend, it has continuously formed higher tops and higher bottoms since the first week of March itself. But if we observe the last few trading sessions, the momentum readings were overbought, and that's why this corrective move has taken place since last 3 trading sessions. The stock has strong support around 513, 515 levels. So I think some more dips could be there in the stock around 515. Again, that would be an opportunity to get into the stock.
What's your view on HDFC Bank, which reported earnings today? I mean, it remained pretty much around that level of 1228. Now, the big thing is over. The result is out. Technicals, what are they suggesting? Do you think it makes sense to consider looking at this name at the current levels?
Yes, technically, definitely the trend is good for the stock. In fact, in recent past also, we have seen that the time-wise correction was there in the stock rather than price correction. So whenever such corrections have taken place, we have seen that investors or traders have used that as an opportunity to accumulate the stock, wherein again that higher degree uptrend had resumed. So I think if anyone has a bit of longer time horizon, definitely from trading perspective, depends. It will all depend upon how the market moves from here on. But if one has a longer time horizon of maybe 3 to 6 months at least, then one can consider to buying into the stock even at current levels.
Right, Ruchit, stay with us. We'll just slip into a quick break and we'll continue this discussion. We'll talk about many more stocks in different sectors which have been buzzing today after this quick break. Welcome back. You're here with us on NDTV Profit. Markets have fallen even further. Now Nifty is down 56 points. It is just managing to remain above that level of 8,500 for the moment. Sensex is down about 208 odd points at 27,708 as we speak. Broader markets, however, continue to look good. They are still outperforming the frontline indices. Okay, so they have also slipped in trade in the last few minutes or so, but the situation is, of course, better than the frontline indices. Nifty Next 50 still holding up in the green, but again it is extending. Now it is also becoming weaker. Ruchit is still with us right now. Ruchit, what would you say about the immediate weakness that we have seen in Nifty versus the mid-cap space and the frontline indices versus the broader markets? What do you think one should consider at this point in time in terms of levels?
See, what happens usually when the markets are in a strong uptrend, the mid caps usually outperform the large cap indices, the mid cap index I'm talking about. And when there is a sideways consolidation at the end of an uptrend, at that time we see that the large cap stocks start correcting and mid caps continue to outperform. Now that would be the sign of the divergence to watch out for. Today is the first trading session in fact in last 6 days of consolidation zone, where we are seeing some weakness in the large cap stocks and mid caps are outperforming a bit. If this continues for next few trading sessions, if mid caps continue to outperform or mid caps doesn't fall, but large cap doesn't perform from current levels or large cap starts correcting from here, that would be a sign of the divergence which is usually seen at the end of an uptrend. So as of now, one should not worry much about this diverging trend. But in case if this divergence continues for next few more trading sessions wherein the large cap remains under pressure and then mid caps continue to outperform, then I think that would be the sign that would be the sign to remain cautious on the market.
Right, so that's something that one should be concerned about. Now, again, going back to specific stocks, we had Ashok Leyland reporting its numbers today. Stock went up. It's still up about 3.75% at 96.95. How attractive does it look?
So comparatively amongst the auto space, the Ashok Leyland at current levels is looking much better. Even in last couple of months, we have seen when the auto stocks have given significant up move. This stock has corrected from its higher levels of 110. Now the stock has already taken support around its rising trend line, long-term rising trend line support, which was coming around 90 to 92 range. And in today's trading session, we are seeing breakout from a falling trend line or falling wedge kind of pattern. Now even in today's up move, if you see the volumes, then volumes are also quite good. This indicates that some sort of accumulation now is taking place after this corrective move from 110 to 90 rupees. So I think in near term, this stock may outperform the other auto stocks, which we have not seen in the recent past. And on the higher side, if the stock manages to cross this 98 levels in the next couple of days, then 107, 108 is quite possible for the stock to come.
Right. Another stock that I want to talk to you about is Tata Metallics. I mean, I'm just seeing its chart, and in the last 1 week, it's buzzing today, strong volumes. It's gained about 38% in last 1 week. It has gained almost 382% in last 1 year. From a 100 rupees stock, it has now become a stock worth 486 rupees. What do the charts indicate for this name?
Such charts definitely look quite good on if you see the trend wise, the continuously higher tops, higher bottoms are there. In fact, this up move has been quite a linear one wherein the stock moved from about 100 rupees to 380 from circuit to circuit. So usually this is just a continuation of the uptrend which you have seen in last couple of days. Again, the volumes are good on this up move, so that's also a positive sign. The thing is that if anyone is bought, it's good for them to hold the stock as there could be further up move. But what if one has not entered into the stock at lower levels? If anyone is looking to enter now after the stock has almost run from 100 rupees to 580 or 500 levels, so the risk reward for fresh entry is not that favorable in this stock right now. So I think those who have already missed the rally, they should stay away from this stock and not enter at current levels due to the unfavorable risk reward ratio. But definitely those who are already into the stock and has bought at lower levels, they should ride the trend and continue to hold the stock.
Right, and we've seen a lot of news related activity in a name like VRL Logistics. When last time the news had come out that their promoters are considering entering into the regional airline sort of a setup, but now they have said no, they won't consider it. Stock moved up 11% higher, VRL Logistics at 350. Any thoughts on this?
Usually it's a low volume stock. Also, if you see, then after the listing, the stock has not done much, although it has been volatile recently due to the news which it has been in. But the volumes usually are not that higher, except in today's session, which is higher due to the again due to the news outflow. So I think from trading perspective, there is nothing into the stock to look into. If you enter now, then the stop loss would be up below 310, which is almost 10% because of this today's gap up opening. So I think it's better for if anyone is trader, one should avoid the stock.
Right. What about JSW Energy, which also reported earnings today, and it's down over 4% in trade post the earnings. In last 1 year also, it has lost about 90% at the current levels. Do you see more correction coming, or it makes sense to probably consider it?
In near term, I think there could be some pressure into the stock. The stock has already given a good rally from 60-62 levels to 84 kind of levels. Now, but if you see the higher degree charts, then the trend has turned positive since the stock has formed a higher tops and higher bottom. So I think now rather than looking at selling the stock, if the stock again comes down up to 75, 76 odd levels, one should consider buying the stock into the portfolio for 4 to 6 months. I think this could be outperformer going ahead from amongst the other packs, other stocks in this sector. So I think wait for some decline. It's a buy on dips kind of stock. and definitely not from very short term perspective, but you need to have time horizon at least 4 to 6 months to get good gains in this stock.
Right. Also wanted your views on L&T Infotech, though it's a new listing, but any thoughts considering the kind of sector that it belongs to? We had names like Nuclear Software and KPIT reporting numbers, and the impact was there on the stock prices. Nuclear Software down over 6.5%. Any thoughts on this basket?
See, Nuclear Software and KPIT both recently have corrected from the higher levels. And as of now, there are still no signs of trend reversal. So I think on immediate basis or in near term, I don't think that both these names are going to do well, or both these names are going to go higher from their current levels. I think there could be some more correction or some more pressure in this stock in short term. Maybe about 5 to 7% more correction could be there in both Nucleus as well as KPIT.
And any thoughts on L&T Infotech, the way it got listed today?
No, it's a new listed stock, so definitely there would be no price history in this, so I won't be able to comment anything on this.
Right. Also, Ruchit, apart from the stocks that we've already discussed, any buy or sell recommendation that you have for the viewers right now?
I think from short-term trading perspective, one can look to go long into the Havells. This name, particularly last couple of months, have been trading in a sideways range. And if we see the broader trend, then the broader trend for the stock is definitely positive, since previously it had formed a higher tops and higher bottom. So this stock has now went through a time-wise correction rather than price correction, which is a positive sign. We are expecting the stock to move higher up to 380 to 385 in very short term. So at current levels, one can look to buy Havells from short-term trading perspective. Also, if anyone is looking from next 4 to 5 days perspective, amongst the large cap, we are recommending to go short in Maruti. Although the broader trend for the Maruti is up, but the stock is trading in a rising channel, and at the higher end of the channel, the stock has formed a reversal candlestick pattern on the daily charts. So we are expecting a correction within an uptrend in this stock. Maybe 100-120 rupees downside from current levels could be seen in Maruti. So from short-term trading perspective, one can look to buy into Havells, and one can go short on Maruti with recent high as a stop loss.
All right, Ruchit, we'll leave it there. Thank you very much for joining us today here on NDTV Profit and sharing with us your thoughts on markets and specific stock ideas. We'll take another quick break at this point. Don't go anywhere. We will have Sarvendra Srivastav joining us. When we return, we'll talk about many more stock ideas and something that you should consider during the closing.